Hi, I'm Chrissy Church, and today we are at the Sun City Palm Desert softball field. And I'd like to introduce to you Steve Boger, the commissioner of the Softball League. And
Yeah.
he is here today to tell us a little bit about this league. First off, how did you become involved with the softball league here?
I started playing, I don't know, maybe a dozen years ago. I've been here for 15. I was working full time. I didn't play at first. And then after a while, I said, I deserve a little time with my recreation. And so I joined as a sub, and I've been playing ever since.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a break from the office.
Gotcha.
Now I'm retired, so now it's Thursday all day, and it's the best day. Thursday's the best day of the week for me.
Obviously, Thursday is softball.
Yeah, well, one of.
Right,
but
right.
the day I play is Thursday. Yeah.
That's great. So why softball at Palm Desert? Like, what goes on here in the league beyond just playing games?
Well, it's a pretty social group. I mean, honestly, for the first 30 years of my marriage, my wife ran our social calendar. Now I run our social calendar. My 100 best friends, that's what I call them, my 100 best friends are in this league. I schedule more social events than she does. So we go to, like last night, we had pizza with 10 other couples from the league at somebody's house. That happens kind of regularly. I go to dinner on Saturday often with the gentleman who writes our newsletter. We get a weekly newsletter at 6 a.m. on Friday morning. You get a recap of Thursday's games. He's been doing it for 19 years, which blows my mind.
I know.
And he does a brilliant job of it. We have a golf outing in about 10 days. So one of our players is also a musical performer and sells out the Ventana Ballroom on a regular basis. The variety of talents and experiences and backgrounds is kind of amazing, and it's a pretty collegial group.
Yep, I agree, totally. So the league is structured in a way that's welcoming yet competitive. Can you kind of give us how that works?
Well, we have two groups. We have a group on Monday and we have a group on Thursday. The Monday group is a little more casual. They don't keep any statistics. They don't have fixed team rosters. You don't have to play if you don't want to that week. And they play 2 games every Monday, and they have a ball. In fact, it's actually our fastest growing group, even though they're a little bit more chill about the whole thing. I call the Monday group our front porch. That's many people's entry point. Frankly, most of them just stay there. They're having a great time and they love the casual atmosphere. But some of them start on so then moving to Thursday, some people start there. Some of the Monday players move there. Some people play both. Mm-hmm. Thursday has fixed rosters. So you have the same 10 teammates every week, and a schedule and standings and statistics and a playoff at the end. So more like your traditional league format. So
Got it.
we get them both.
How does the draft work?
Well, this year, for example, we had 8 teams and therefore 8 managers. And we have a roster of 88 people. So there are 11 on a team. And each manager, there's a line 1, and everybody drafts what they think is the very best player available. And then on line 2, we reverse and go the other way. And everybody drafts in reverse order, the next best player, and then 3 and 4, and it just snakes its way all the way down to number 88. And those are the teams.
So basically, you can be in the competitive league, and you don't have to be a top-level player. You can fit the bill in that draft.
Well, a couple things that, if you didn't live here, might surprise you. One, the average age of the league is 71.
Wow.
So we're not talking about 34-year-olds who can run around the bases in 3.2 seconds or something like that. 71. Oldest player is 89.
Yeah. Yep.
And he'll still pinch run for you if you don't feel up to it. This guy is kind of amazing, but 89. We have a dozen players over 80 still playing ball and being drafted at a level based, primarily on their history, but
Right.
most of the managers know the rosters pretty well. Right. So the youngest guy is 59. There's one guy in his 50s. Next year we might have none. And it averages 71.
Wow, that's great. And it's competitive. I come and watch a lot of games, and there's a lot of emotion and effort going on.
There's a lot of energy. I mean, we've got, the 8 teams are going to have a playoff starting in a couple of weeks. The standings are sorting out. It's somewhat predictable how what that bracket is going to look like, but it's not yet locked in place. And people will be playing as hard as they can for the next 3 weeks to try to lock down a spot.
So along the lines of playing as hard as you can, there's a real emphasis on safety and well-being.
True.
There's modifications to the rules.
Right.
And you also encourage people to be in shape before they get here, and
yeah, we do encourage it. The number of people who actually heed that advice is a little limited, unfortunately. But we have a screen in front of the pitcher because the pitcher's closest person to the batted ball. So we want the pitcher to be behind the screen, and pitchers do tend, on average, to be a little older than average. So the reflexes are just a little slower than average. We protect them. You only have to get to first base. You can have a pinch runner from first base. In our Monday group, which is even more casual, you can have a pinch runner from home plate. You never leave the batter's box. So, we're trying to keep everybody healthy. We have a first aid kit in the press box that's pretty well stocked. We have trained, not by intent, but just by reality, we have trained firefighters in the league. So you can get some pretty darn good medical care if you stub your toe or get hit or what have you. We have an AED in the third base dugout. We, thank goodness, haven't used it, but we do have an AED. So yes, we have an emphasis on safety.
Okay, so now some of the most memorable moments that happen are off the field. We've alluded to this a little bit. Team gatherings, social events, banquets. So on this field, we have things that go on that are not player related, or it's softball related, but it's not players out there. It's just everybody's welcome to certain events. Can you kind of go into that?
Well, we do have open batting practice every Friday and Saturday. Any resident can come down and take batting practice with us. And a few people not even in the league do that, which is absolutely fine. Of course, we hope that turns into a recruiting tool, but they're certainly welcome to use the field. We actually have people fly model airplanes down here a little bit in the afternoon. It's a wide open green space, and they enjoy it. The tennis club traditionally has a party here where they bring performers to home plate and park golf carts all around the infield and outfield and have a picnic, a club picnic.
Wow.
So the field gets a little bit more use than ball, but softball is the top dog.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then during our season, or the softball season, my husband plays, so I think of it as our season.
It is.
Yeah, it is, definitely. There's also some social events such as taco feeds and different kinds of...
Well, we have an all-star day, which is in about a week and a half. We make a big deal out of opening day. We have championship day, where there's usually pizza and salad and presentation of championship hats to the winning team. And we've been playing a sister city, Sun City in West in Phoenix, for 20 years.
Wow.
Home and away. We visit them in December. They visit us in January or February. We have 4 games. Interrupted by lunch, and we served lunch this year to, I think, roughly 200 people.
Wow.
The hill here on a game day is spectacular because there will be 50 or 60 golf carts parked up here. Those bleachers will have 20 people in them. This grassy area over here, which I call the commissioner's box because that's where I like to sit, that'll have another 20 people. They're coming and going. There's a lot of activity.
Yeah, and that's the cool part is this every Thursday, if you haven't come down and watched a game and you live in this neighborhood, please consider doing so. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
That's why I'm here all day on Thursday. I only play one game, but I'm here all day. It's a blast.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so if someone's on the fence, they're thinking about it, but they just don't know if their skill level is up for it, what would you recommend that they consider and maybe do?
Well, a couple of things. Come to batting practice on Saturday morning. The better players are the ones who are most likely to be here, so you can compare yourself to mostly better players. Throw with somebody, see how your arm is. Most of us haven't played in 20, 30, 40 years. And we know that. And so we don't expect you to be, major league caliber or even close. We know we're not. Why would you be? And the other thing that you can do is there's an evaluation process in October for people who want to commit to play.
Oh, wow.
But there is also the option to be a club member and a sub, which is obviously a lower commitment. You can be called to play sporadically as a sub. And then there's that Monday group where you can have a lot of casual fun, work on your skills, knock the rust off, however you like to think of that. So there are a lot of ways to get involved without actually diving straight into the deep end.
Got it. And this is a co-ed league?
It is. There are half a dozen ladies. They all earned their place. They were all drafted somewhere in that 11-line process. None of them on line 11, by the way. So they're not, just being reluctantly included. They're being chosen. And then there are a few more ladies playing on Monday. So there are a dozen probably in the whole community.
That's great.
More would be welcome because, as I said, they do earn their place.
Right. So
what are you doing next fall?
I actually received a gift from my husband when we moved here, a new glove.
And is it broken in yet?
I haven't baked it. I need to bake it. And I have a lot of people who play on Monday who are goading me to do so. My Mondays are a little hectic, but I do intend to give it a shot because it is such a good way to get exercise and have fun at the same time.
Well, the camaraderie, I think, is top notch.
Yep.
So, yes, I do. I'm a big proponent.
Yeah. So looking ahead, what's the vision for the softball league, and what would you love for residents here to consider?
This is our 25th year, so there isn't, in my mind, a need. It is not broke, and it doesn't need to be fixed. So the vision going forward is going to look a lot like the recent vision looking back, and that is to field as many, hopefully evenly drafted teams on Thursday and as many fun-loving players on Monday as we can, and keep the field in great shape, and so really going to continue to do what we've been doing.
In fact, there was something really cool that happened this year to the field.
Oh yeah, that's a light up your face moment. We had a temporary fence for 10 or 12 years that we put up every Wednesday and took down every Thursday. It probably took 20 people to do it. Now we have a permanent 6-foot tall chain link fence and a warning track. It looks so much more like a ball field, and it doesn't have to be taken down.
Yep.
This is an enormous improvement. And then we added a press box behind home plate, which has all of our audio equipment and scoreboard operation and everything all in there. So basically we walk in on Thursday morning, Monday morning too, and flip a switch, and we're ready to go. Yeah, huge changes,
Yeah.
and of course, very well received. So that's making people smile.
And that was approved by the HOA budget.
Yes, yes. We spent a lot of time with the neighbors, understanding their preferences and concerns, because not everybody was in favor. The neighbor behind me, who was the most against the change, came down after it was all done and said, "I don't know what I was worried about. You guys did a wonderful job. I was wrong, and I apologize."
Wow.
We were amazed with his integrity that he would do that. I mean, he put himself out there. So it was a lot of work, and it's been very well received by players and neighbors.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
You're a great commissioner.
Well, I hope. I try.
And your
Thanks.
wife is awesome too.
Yeah. That's the easier part.
All right. Well, again, thanks for coming out and giving us all this info. And
You're welcome.
We
Thanks.
really hope.
Come on out.
Yeah.
Join us.
Get out here. Even if you just want to watch, it is so fun. There's music that's being played. There's a speaker or announcer that announces the game. So you always have a clue. Even if you don't know softball, don't worry about it. You'll know. You'll know what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you.